What's going on, guys? Krusty K's here from the Gold Boys Network, coming to you with a slate preview for October 2nd, Game 2 of the Wild Card weekend, or week, rather. Really excited to talk about it. Let's jump right into this. So the first game, same as yesterday. Actually, the order is exactly the same. Tigers take on the Houston Astros. Tyler Holton versus Hunter Brown. For me here, it's going to be the Astros. I talked about this a little bit yesterday. I really think Detroit wins this series, but I do think they win it in Game 3. Excuse me. Hunter Brown has been outstanding this season, and I think he could really work through this Tigers lineup, who overall, they're hitting pretty well coming into the postseason, but just overall, probably like one of the worst hitting teams in the playoffs. For me here, the money line's a little steep at minus 175, so I like Hunter Brown, 5Ks, and the Astros money line. Obviously, it's a must-win, win or go home, so the leash could be a little bit short for Hunter Brown, but I really do think that he pitches well. Give me the Astros here. Hunter Brown, 5Ks, and the Astros money line.
Wait, before we get back to the picks, I wanted to thank you all for watching. Friends don't let friends watch videos without hitting the like button. So go ahead and press the thumbs up button and like the video. If you're new here and not subscribed, you should go ahead and do so because we're dropping new content each and every day on the Gold Boys Network. We strive to cover every sport and give out picks and analysis and valuable information for free on the Gold Boys Network. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you can get notified when we drop something new. I'm Brad Thomas. Let's get back to the picks.
The next one on this slate, the Kansas City Royals taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Seth Lugo versus Zach Eflin. I made the mistake of backing the Orioles in Game 1, forgetting that they just simply cannot hit lefties. And sure enough, they didn't do anything in that game. If you watch that, it was 1-0. Cole Reagans was outstanding, and this Baltimore team looked lost. So now you come into this game, must win. Seth Lugo, we all know, has been very good this season. Zach Eflin been very good since going over to Baltimore. This is a great pitching matchup. As much as I want to back Eflin and Baltimore, I have such a hard time backing that offense after what I saw in the game today. So for me here, it's going to be the under 7.5. I think we see another low-scoring affair. Like I said, Lugo's been really good. I think he pitches well in this spot. Eflin, he's been really good. I think he pitches well in this spot as well. It's win or go home. So if you like Eflin, like I do think he pitches pretty deep into this game. But if he struggles, obviously, A, our under's probably screwed, and B, he's not pitching deep into this game. But for me here, I like the under 7.5. We don't have any pitching outs or anything for this game yet. If we are fortunate enough to get them the same way we got them for the games today, I would definitely look into an under on an Eflin and an under on Hunter Brown, truthfully, from the previous game, simply because it's win or go home. So games like that, the leash is going to be a little bit shorter because there's a lot less margin for error. The next one on this slate, the New York Mets taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Sean Manaea versus Frankie Montas. Win or go home. Frankie Montas on the bump. Does he get it done? I'm going to say yes. Give me the Brewers on the money line here to minus 110. So Frankie Montas, if you've been paying attention, since joining Milwaukee, has been one of the best starters in all baseball. I want to say the third best starter since joining the team. He's just been outstanding. This guy, he's turned back the clock. His stuff looks great. He's pitching deep into games, giving this team probably more than they ever expected to get out of him at this point in his career. And I want to back that. Sean Manaea obviously has been outstanding as well. He's dropped his arm slot a little bit, and since dropping that arm slot, he's been borderline unhittable at times. So I do think, once again, if you're looking at unders, I think the under 7.5 is in play here as well. The game did go over today, which I was a bit surprised by, but hey, both pitchers struggled. In this one, I wouldn't be surprised if both pitchers deal. So I like the under 7.5, but I like the Brewers on the money line more to keep this series alive and potentially win it in Game 3. Hey guys, I just want to give a quick reminder that new users can bet $5 at FanDuel on any of the bets in this video and win $150 in bonus bets if the bet wins. Now let's get back to the bets. The last one on this slate, the Atlanta Braves taking on the San Diego Padres. Max Fried versus Joe Musgrove. As I'm recording this, the other game is going on right now with 0-0. So I won't be able to tell you guys what happened in that one just yet. Regardless, though, I like the Braves. I think Max Fried, you get a vintage Max Fried performance here, whether it's to close out the series or to extend the series. I just like Fried to pitch well in this spot. This is a guy who's done it before. We all know that. The moment's never going to be too big for him, and I think he shows up when his team needs him most. Joe Musgrove is a guy that I look to fade the entire season, and it will be no different here in the postseason. I am fading Joe Musgrove into oblivion. The stuff hasn't looked good to me. Coming back from injury just hasn't been the Musgrove we're used to seeing. The metrics support this as well. So for me here, it's the Braves on the money line. I like them to, like I said, either close it out or extend it. We'll see what happens in game one. But really like Max Fried here. Really like the Braves on the money line. But hey, that's all 4 games. That concludes game 2 of the Wild Card Series. You guys know I'll be back for the game 3s if we need them, and we will continue this through the entire postseason. I cannot wait to talk about it. Let's keep making a bunch of money. I'm your guy, Krusty K's. You can find me at goldboys.com. If you have a gambling problem, dial 1-800-GAMBLER. Thank you, guys.